So this latest episode of the Nomad's Journal is actually a bit of a run through of how I got from Sydney all the way up to Sunshine Coast, where I was going to live for the next 3 months. Somewhat off the beaten track, and to be honest with you, a little bit chaotic, which is actually well showcased in this episode, I'd say. Instead of going straight from Sydney up to Byron, which is what most people do, I knew that there was a few stops along the way that I really wanted to see. From Sydney, I went to a surf camp with Surf Camp Australia, which is actually based down in 7 Mile Beach, south of Sydney. It was absolutely amazing, even caught my first green waves, met some amazing people, and yeah, it was perfect. From there, back up to Sydney and then on to Newcastle, and this did not go to plan. Trying to get to Newcastle was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be, and instead of getting a train, ended up getting a Greyhound and getting there a little bit later than I had planned for. But luckily I still had a whole day to explore Newcastle. It is full of skaters and surfers and it was absolutely stunning. From Newcastle, the next stop was Coffs Harbour, and again, didn't go to plan. The Greyhound that I was hoping to get had already sold out, and so then I had to try and get a train. But, you know, with my luck on this trip already, naturally the train wasn't going, and so therefore it ended up being a coach. That coach ended up being delayed by about 3 hours. And then the next day, carried on and explored. I was hoping to actually hire out a surfboard, but by the time I got to the shop, they had already gone. However, they let me hire out a surf skate. It was my first time on one and I definitely need more practice. However, it was a really fun way of getting around and exploring. Coffs Harbour was fun. It was amazing. I think it's actually one of my favourite places that I've visited so far, even with getting caught in a storm. The next stop was Byron. However, my friend met me and we ended up camping. We went a little bit south of Byron to a place called Ballina, and we basically got there, had the whole beach to ourselves. Not that it was a beach that we could play in the water, as you can see. So we ended up actually just hiring these carts, going around the whole campsite, in the swimming pool, just absolutely messing around and having the best time, and such a good catch up. Cheers. We did go into Byron and see the lighthouse and went around the shops and things like that before then making our way to Brisbane. And me being me, I persuaded Sky that we should actually stop in Gold Coast because the single fin surf competition was actually on. It was amazing to watch. I've never actually seen any single fin surfing before, so yeah, it was stunning. Later on that day, we finally made it to Brisbane. I had a few days here before my final stop, just to basically chill out with family. My cousin was home. I've not seen him in years, and it was honestly like we were kids again. Fishing, hiking, except this time there was a little bit of drinking too. It was the best few days, but now it was time for the final stop.